Our project is an automatic potato gun. We use propane as a fuel source, and then everything but loading the potato itself is automated. Right now we're using a small tennis ball that's wrapped with tape to get it sealed. That's about what it sounds like when it shoots. We've got electronic fuel injection valves that spray the propane into the tank. We've got ignition coils with spark plugs that provide the ignition. One of the safety features we have is a limiting button inside the chamber, so you can only load the potato so far. And then using the two picks that we have, one located in our control box and one located on board here. If you don't have a potato in there, it won't let you spray fuel in there. Some of the other safety devices, if you've already sprayed fuel in there, it won't let you spray it again until you've fired it. Everything's controlled by this control box here. We've got an LCD, LEDs, and a joystick. When you go left and right, it goes clockwise and counterclockwise, and then up and down, moves this thing up and down. We use 2 DC motors to do that, utilizing H bridges. We've got 2 12-volt batteries in parallel down there for fuel, and we've got an onboard 9-volt battery system in here.
We got rotation as well as barrel inclination. That works in both directions.
Inside our main control box here, we use a 40-pin pick, and then we're using a 16 F88 in our onboard, the cannon itself. We use serial communication to discuss back and forth. Our joystick is controlled by the Hall effect. Basically, it's run by magnets inside, so it's a very accurate joystick. We use an analog to digital conversion for that. Inside this box, we're using the 2 12-volt batteries in parallel. We're using mechanical relays for the solenoids, and we're using a transistor to fire the ignition system. It's got the 2 H bridges on board. Our ignition coils are a special coil that were donated by Woodward Governor, as well as the ignition valve or the fuel valves. These ignition coils work. They're always powered. All you have to do is put a 5-volt source on there to set it off. It's negative edge triggered, so when you put the 5 volts on and then take it off is when it fires. Then those are just directly hooked up to our spark plugs. And then our ignition valves back here, you put 4 amps on there and it opens them, and then take it off, it closes them.
This switch is the barrel sensor. When it sits up in here like that, the projectile can only travel a certain distance down, so we get a consistent chamber volume. The projectile actually makes contact with the switch and lets us know we have a projectile present. As you can see, right inside, on the inside of this combustion chamber, you can see the spark plug protruding.
This is test 1. Time duration on the fuel valves of 1.5 seconds.
Holy crap! Yeah!